Well, hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there today? Yep, Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. Today's title is You Never Outgrow the Fundies. What are the Fundies? Yeah, the Fundies are the basics. The Fundies are the fundamentals. And I used to think that there was something past that, right? That when I first went to see Tom Stowe back in the day, and I begged my way into this group that had three other players who were meeting Tom every Wednesday morning from 9 to noon. And these three guys were all top, shoot, I think they were all top five in NorCal at the time, men's open. Doug King, Steve Stefanski, and John Hubble. And they were all good friends of mine, but I was nowhere near what level they were at. And yet I knew at the time that I wanted to become a better player. So I begged my way into that group with Mr. Stowe, and he said, "All right, well, we'll try it." And it seemed like every time I went up there to Napa to join the group, at least the first several Wednesdays, it was a test just to see if I was going to fit into the group, just to see how really committed I was to becoming a better player. And, Mr. Stowe didn't want anyone to come in there and kind of disrupt that group of really top guys. And so after a while, I just had a sense like I'm in, right? So look, here's how the story goes is for me, like I said, I was sort of thinking there was something beyond the fundamentals. And so the first few sessions with him, I remember this one time, probably the third session or something like that. We were working just over and over and over again on one of the guys was feeding me these approach shot opportunities to my forehand. Mr. Stowe was off to the side in the doubles alley, and we were just working on allowing the ball to get to the top of the bounce before making contact so that I had the best possible geometry over the top of the net as I played the approach. And we went over this thing over and over and over again. And eventually I asked Mr. Stowe, I said, Coach, okay, we've been doing this stuff a lot. I get it, but when are we going to start working on the advanced stuff? Oh boy, that was not the right question to ask. And by the way, if you don't know of Tom Stowe, look him up. You can go Tom Stowe Tennis, and what you'll discover, this guy as a player, this guy as a coach, the real deal. He coached the great Don Budge, obviously way back in the day, but he coached Budge to the first men's calendar Grand Slam. So a little bit of street cred there, right? Um, but when I asked him about the advanced stuff, he paused, he looked at me, then he looked at the gate that went out of the court into the parking lot, and I just sort of had this sinking feeling like that was not a great question to ask him. And he came back and he said, Mr. Abel, when you master the fundamentals, I'm calling them the fundies, when you master the basics, that is the advanced stuff. That's when you become a real player. And that just totally shifted my whole thinking about what it was to become a better player, what I needed to now work on. I mean, now I had this clarity of, oh, okay. Well, then that's it. I just got to make sure that I master the fundamentals in such a way that I just never, ever I never miss them, right? I mean, in terms of becoming a consistent shot maker, which is the advanced stuff, being able to play the same shot over and over and over again isn't anything more about it isn't anything more than just mastering the fundies. So anyway, on that day, I learned real quick about you never outgrow the fundies, which is the advanced stuff right there. So, guys, hope this message has been helpful. It made a huge difference for me in my play over the years, over the decades. And I'm thankful that I got that message pretty early on. Even if you're a senior player that's been around for a while and and you really, really want to become better, you want to get to that next level, then this is it. This is the answer right here. You've got to know, number one, what are the fundies? What are the five listed things that if you mastered all five of those, you'd be amazing. You'd be so much better, right? You'd be a much more consistent shot maker. You'd make way fewer unforced errors. And when you do that, that's the advanced stuff. That's when you take your level up to wherever you are now, to where you want to go and play with those guys over there on that court who are playing at a little bit higher level than you are right now. You can get there, but this is the way to do it. You never outgrow the fundies. Look, guys, if you've not yet done this, if you've not yet gotten my 4 parts between points routine system, uh, that is really 80% of the match. If you think about it, 80% of the time when we're playing a match, it's spent between points and on side changes. When you manage that time really well, really disciplined, you know what happens? Is you start to play the 20% of the match, the real points, you start to play them consistently a whole lot better. What I've got for you is a free video. It's a 9-minute video that describes each one of the 4 parts of my 4 parts between points routine that's made a huge difference for me in terms of being able to consistently play points at the highest at my highest current skill level, and it'll do the same for you as well. Whatever's your top skill level right now, let's make sure that you're always consistently playing at that level, and this is one way to do it. Manage the 80% of the match, the between points time and that side change time really, really well. And yeah, so look, there's a link down below in the description area. I want you to click it if you haven't done so. Pick up that video and you will be all set. Guys, look, any questions, any comments, remarks, feedback? I want to know. I want to read them. Yes. I want to respond to them. And and yeah, and now it is time. We got to get out there. We got to help someone else have a great day. Guys, I'll see you again next time.